Big D here, going live with my biggest, latest project. Um, we've got a e-bike unveil. That's my first e-bike I've ever put together, ever had the idea to build, or whatever you want to call it. Um, we should probably just wait for a few more people to get here, but I think we're just, I'm usually, I notice my videos are so long. Well, let's just jump right into this right here. First off, uh, this is my battery. It's um, it's a 1000. It's a e-bike lithium battery. It's 48 volts, 14.5 amp hours. And this is really nice. It slides right onto the bicycle, and it has a keyed ignition. And once you slide this onto the bicycle, you turn it out of the lock position down to here, and it slides the lock down into the bracket that holds it onto the bicycle. So nobody can just run off with it and take it. Plus, it's also a keyed power supply. So, yeah, nobody can just take off, run off with your batteries and use it. So, anywho, that's the battery for it, and I've ridden it around a ton. Yesterday, I put about 16 miles on it, and I put a couple miles on that same charge the night before. So they're very efficient on power. I didn't have to pedal. My max speed was about 40 miles an hour was my max speed, and on a beach cruiser, man, that's incredibly fast, dude. I don't know if you've ever been 40 miles an hour on a beach cruiser, but here it is, ladies and gentlemen, my beach cruiser e-bike build unveil. Woo! It's bright out here. Holy shit. Mm. Oh, didn't I tell you guys I was going to show you this thing? Okay, here we go. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. The finest e-bike build. Well, finest first e-bike build. That's where the battery plugs in. The battery mounts on this special plate. I went with this black beach cruiser because it had a welded rack and red tires and black shiny fenders, and look at all the curves to this bike. Look at all the curves to this bike. Look at these handlebars. Right here is our speed control, and it's both power and speed control. It's like a thumb throttle. This wheel is very torquey. You have to make sure you've got good strong welds up at the top, and then down here you've got to have enough meat to put 22 millimeter bolts on. These are not 15 millimeter, these are 22 millimeter bolts. This is a really nice wheel. It really gets great performance. It's a Nell LaRusso or something like that. Huffy. It is a Huffy build. I have $712 into this bike. But I wanted something that was styling and old school, cheap and reliable. And this bike route works out quite well. So, yeah, that's my build, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a great build. There's a bunch of people that I'm going to show it off to tomorrow. possible prospective clients, and there's a good chance that maybe I could get to build these things for fun, for a living. I mean, a buddy of mine rode mine earlier, and he was just thrilled with it. Everybody I've shown to is just loves the look and the style of the bike. We're gonna get the GoPro out and get that shit all situated, and
You want me to record you riding real quick?
take some pictures of me riding. No, we're gonna save that for another video. This is just a finished product unveil. I'm gonna tease you guys. I'm not gonna ride it till the next video. Aren't I mean? I'm a real stickler. But I can tell you that it does work. It does go 40 miles an hour. It is fun to ride. There is no pedaling necessary. Well, I like to pedal just a little bit to get it started, but you don't have to.
Very torquey.
Very torquey engine. Very torquey.
Like instant.
So it's instant power, you know. Um,
Gotta experience it, man.
but that's our unveil for today. Um, we'll do some more videos. We'll get back to you on this, and you will get to see some riding and whatnot. Like I said, I've already put like 12 miles on this bike at least. It was incredibly fun. Um, it attracted dirt like a madman. I had to come home and wash it so I could unveil it to you guys and show it in all its prettiness and its shininess. It caught a lot of road dirt, but yeah, as to the finished product, it seems to work unbelievable. It just has a little power cord right here, and it just plugs into the battery up here, which has a keyed ignition and a lock, and then turn on the power up here. Well, there was still a little power in the box. See, it was still having a little power there, and there's not even a battery hooked up to it. Um, yeah, real fun ride, guys. Real fun ride. I recommend anybody wanting to build something cool and new for a change, something maybe not everybody in the neighborhood has. This is a project for you if you got $712 to experiment. They're not that hard to put together. Um, you just gotta be creative. Be creative, folks. I mean, it's pretty basic. Pretty basic wiring. That's why I didn't film the actual build. The hardest part was getting the forks. I mean, getting the wheel mounted on the front forks because my front forks were a little narrow, so I had to spread them apart. And then I had to do a little filing in the front fork sockets to get the rod, which is cut side, the shaft, which has a sideways cut in it because it's a large shaft. Couldn't fit in there, so they made it a little sideways notch. So you got to get that seated in there all the way. So as I was tightening down the bolts a little bit, one by one, I was tapping each side in with a hammer to make sure it got seated all the way down into the bottom of the forks. But you know, everything came out clean, no scratches, pretty as a whistle.